Well, now to a man who's been called America's band leader and Time Magazine's coolest person of the year.
It's a perfect description. Even those titles, though, don't accurately describe who Questlove is. You probably know him as the guy behind the drums at The Tonight Show with the big afro and the hair pick. And maybe at first glance, you wouldn't think that Questlove, born Amir Thompson, and I have a lot in common. But we do have one thing in common. We sat down to do an interview at a sushi place in New York we both love called Blue Ribbon. Here's what we had to talk about. At the risk of going into kind of an installment of This Is Your Life, let me go back a little bit, okay. All right? You grew up mid-'80s, not the best neighborhood in Philadelphia.
Right.
You had a rule in your house.
Yeah.
You had
the Oprah Rule.
What was that?
My parents were like, you are to come straight home. Do not let that Oprah theme come on and you're not in this house.
What time did that come on?
4 o'clock. So anytime that I left that school, Flight of the Bumblebee,
yeah.
That's me rushing home.
Oprah may have gotten him off the streets at the end of the day, but his parents made sure there was another avenue for their son's future.
I grew up with an oldies doo-wop lead singer of a father.
You talk about it as if everybody knows what doo-wop is, and everybody doesn't know what doo-wop is. What's the sound? What's the doo-wop sound?
Doo-wop is the sound of 4 or 5 voices, maybe a little pitchy, inside of a high school bathroom. A lot of echo chambers. It's the sound. It's Grease.
Questlove's dad wasn't any doo-wop singer. He was Lee Andrews of Lee Andrews and the Hearts. He infused his family with music.
My band says that I grew up in like the Black Partridge family.
Do you remember a song or a sound that knocked the wind out of you, that made you say, in some capacity, I'm going to be part of music?
My calling moment in Philadelphia, Soul Train would come on at 1 in the morning.
Don Cornelius?
Yeah, so I was allowed to watch Soul Train from like 1 to 2 in the morning.
He'd say at the end of each show, wishing you
peace, love, and soul.
I love that show.
Yeah. So I'll say that when I saw the Average White Band perform on Soul Train, their drummer, Steve Ferroni, the lone black guy in the group, I was just transfixed, and I was like, that's what I want to do. And what's so beautiful is that 40 years later, on my first day of The Tonight Show, he gave me the snare drum from that performance on Soul Train. Like, that's my snare drum at The Tonight Show.
This is that snare I was talking about.
Backstage at Fallon, the Roots rehearsed that big sound in the tiniest of spaces. But even Questlove and Roots co-founder Tariq Black Thought Trotter could have never imagined this type of success as classmates back at the Philadelphia High School for Creative and Performing Arts. It's like Fame, right?
Very much so.
People dancing and singing in the hallways.
Boys to Men always practicing in the...
They were at your high school.
Yeah.
Same high school.
Yeah, yeah.
Somebody told me a story that one of the reasons you and Tariq started the Roots was because you wanted to one-up them. Is it true?
Well, Boys to Men were so magical, and just every day like clockwork. They'd be rehearsing in the bathrooms or in the hallways, and girls screaming and all this stuff. And me and Tariq just sit in the back like, one day, man.
Other than the competitive thing with Boys to Men, what was the mission statement? What did you and Tariq want to accomplish?
I don't want to disappoint you. I mean, well, we started busking on the streets of South Philly. And really, it was just like to earn date money. Like, go to Wawa, get a hoagie.
It looks like another one coming around.
And as the Roots were coming to be, Amir Thompson was becoming Questlove.
So my logic was a question one night. Like, I don't know what I am.
You make me jealous. There's no question I need a nickname. Matt Lauer's not
Matt
cutting it.
Love, man.
Matt Love?
Matt Love.
Can I do that?
Yes, you're now Matt Love, man.
That makes us brothers.
Yeah, we're brothers.
From a different father.
Exactly.
But the Roots have come a long way since playing for Hoagies. 20 albums, 3 Grammys, plus a whole new audience thanks to late night TV. What are the moments where you're behind the drum kit and you're looking out over the performance floor and you're thinking, wow, I can't believe this?
The first time it really happened was when Springsteen came and played. And then after that, the magic just started pouring.
And now giants of the music industry hire him to bring them some of his magic, producing music for Jay-Z, Al Green, John Legend, and Elvis Costello, to name a few. But it's not just music. He's a modern-day Renaissance man, always expanding his orbit of expertise. On this day, hosting what he calls a food salon to introduce his latest culinary discoveries to his wide assortment of friends.
My personal satisfaction is, I know it's weird to say, it's never the end result. Like, it's never the destination. I like the journey.
It's me, the brother Questlove.
And where that journey started, in Philadelphia, growing up with his musical parents, is not lost on Questlove. Your dad passed away not long ago.
Yeah. The last thing he said to me was like, I can now go and know that you're going to be in the history books one day. Like, something I created is going to create something that's going to be here forever. Like, no compliment I've ever gotten, or no, I'm so proud of you, son, or nothing will ever compare. Like, I'll always remember that last conversation with him.
Last one. Were you serious about Matt Love?
You're officially Matt Love.
Thanks so much.
I'm Quest Lauer. No.
It's hard to even sum up how cool that guy is.
I know.
Yeah. He really is, and he has got so many different interests and such a great collection of friends and fans. It was fun.
Oh my gosh. I know. Did any of his cool rub off on you?
No. There are some other projects from Questlove we should mention. He's written a new book, Something to Food About, an ode to innovative chefs, and The Roots Picnic, a musical festival he started with his bandmate, Tariq Trotter, will be held in New York City for the first time starting on October 1st. And by the way, we're putting our full conversation with Questlove on our website at today.com.
Hello, Today fans. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking that button down there and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives.